Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today I'm going to draw Blitz Knight from Fortnite. So this is quite a cool skin. I'm going to draw the hooded figure skin coming down from here, full body shot down to about there. So first of all, let's get in there. I'm going to draw the hood for the character. So right at the top here, I'm just going to draw a nice line at the top there. And then what I'm going to do is just cascade my pen down. So from that edge on the right hand side, I'm just going to bring my pen down where the hood comes down. Nice swooping motion like that, okay? And then on the right, sorry, on the left, I'm gonna just do the same thing. Just gonna cascade it down here, widen it a little bit further out here, and then we can return it in about there. And this can be sort of tapered in here, and we can come out and return back and draw the inner part of the hood here. So it will come up sort of this way, curve around the top of the head like this, then come down here, and then we're going to go back. We're going to come back on ourselves. This part here is sort of really golden, so I'm going to bring my pen down, cross where we've just drawn that point there, up to about here, and this bottom part can just swing out a little bit, then meet it all the way over here. And at that point, I'm just going to draw a chunky little rectangle in there to cap it off. Okay, while I'm here, let's do the facial features. So he's kind of got a bit of a robotic mask on, I suppose. He's got the main part of the head's here, the cheekbones are about here. So I'm going to curve inwards about there, and I'm going to curve inwards about here. Just curve in like that. There's a jaw that goes down here, so I'm going to bring the pen down here really straight. Then I'm going to come down to chin area about there, so just going to bring my pen in diagonally, a little chin area there. Then I'm going to just diagonally go up to where I've drawn the edge there, okay? Cool. Now, let's have a look. Maybe just pop a little V section in there for the nose. So we've got a little base point where the nose is. That sort of swings up to the brow there, so a couple of little lines. I'm going to draw another line there, and then it's got, I guess, eyes that kind of come up, like just eyebrows that are diagonal up like that, and then they kind of swing around the eye, so just a little curve like that around it. Just going to draw the eyes in. They're nice and golden, so just going to draw kind of like little ovals either side, one there, and then the next one sort of quite wide up this way. Just draw them big enough so I can colour those in later. Then as we come down here, I'm just going to draw a little line here for the mouth. And we're just going to draw a little edge where the lip would be. And then it's sort of fragmented, so I'm going to just put a couple little lines in there along here. Maybe this top one here, I'm just going to colour that in like that. So quite sort of dark mask. And he's got little lines maybe that just flow into that area there. And while I'm there, what I might do is just sort of put a line in here, and I'm just gonna fill this area here with black pen for ink. And then around here, I'm just gonna maybe just draw in some lines like that. Give it a bit of hatching straight off. Okay. Now I'm going to just pop in some shoulders. So the material from his kind of like shoulder area goes along this way. It's almost like a jacket, I suppose. That goes and swings along over there for the top part of the shoulder. Now there's some shoulder pads. This side on the right is really big. This point on this side on the left, it's more like a bit of a diamond. So just going to come up, down, and then close it in, bit of a diamond shape there. Put a little line up the middle of it. And on this side, it's a little bit more intricate. So I'm gonna go from this point here, gonna come along here, come up, bring your pen down like that. And then we're gonna pop it out a bit of a rounded edge in like that. So it sort of points out, little sort of arrow sort of shape. And then we're gonna come downwards. So I'm gonna bring the pen down there. Then I'm gonna return on it. So bring it up, diagonal line, let's come up this way first. Then we're gonna just pop it out a bit more, join it up. Now I'm just gonna pop a little bit of edging, so just a little bit of line weight going on just on the edge around here. It's almost like a little arrow point, so I'm just gonna throw in a couple of little lines like that, one there, one here, and a couple come down this way. We'll just join that up like that, and this one comes back further in and around. Just a little bit of detail there. Okay, I think it's going well. So what I'll continue to do is maybe just draw this jacket area as I go down the character. So this point we've drawn from the hood sort of comes around here. It then returns and comes downwards this way. So I'm just going to draw out a little line, bring my pen down like that, just down to here. And then there's almost like a midsection bit that's quite golden. So what I'm going to do is I'll come down from about this point here, so about there, just mark it up to the top there. And I'm going to come and just bring my pen along, sort of cascade it down, go past that point here to here, line in on the edge there, and I'm going to come back on myself. So I'm going to back over this way. It's a little bit wider, up to about there, bring it up. This point here, just line down like that, and then we're going to just come in and join that up there. Now while I'm there, actually, let's do the detail later. I think while I'm there, I'm going to just continue this jacket area. I'm going to continue this line that goes sort of behind this area down here. So nice line there. And then there is also another rectangular element just around it, sort of a clip. So just going to pop that in first, and then the line will continue, come down here, down that way like that. Now we have a belt here, so I'm going to draw a nice chunky arrow shape there, and then I'm going to meet it and draw the opposite around that there. So I've got a nice chunky belt going on, a little diamond either side of that, and then we'll just join that up. Just join that up like that, mark it up. There we go. And now I've got that in there, I can continue this line coming down here and then around here to about this point there. This then comes around to about this point, bring it up, back around, like taper it in, and then we've got another line, sort of chunky line, coming back up to that belt area there. So this line goes all the way up here. Now what we can do is just draw a secondary line just over to the right a little bit. Just bring it along down to about there. Just going to double it up a little bit so it's a nice chunky thick line there like that. Cool, now I've got that in. What I will do is just put the rest of this belt in. So on the left hand side, a couple of lines out, and these Fortnite skins have always got packs on their belts, so I'm going to draw a nice rectangle on there. Put another little line in, just nice and rounded rectangle. Continue the belt area this way, so 1, 2 lines. It's got another big pack here again, and nice chunky rounded sort of rectangle. Then we can pop a couple of edge points on, and then there's just a little bit of sort of detail going in there. And he's got another couple behind, so I'm just draw one in like that, and there's sort of one sort of hidden over this way. And now I've got a point here where I can just bring my pen up there like that, just draw the torso area. On this side as well, I can just come up, draw that torso area going up that way. Okay, while we're there too, the edge of this jacket can come down from about here, just down like that, starting to come together. Okay, on this side we can draw the outer part of the jacket, so that'll come from the belt here. I'm just going to draw a line down this way here. Then he's got a nice little edge of gold on it, so just going to draw a little rectangular point, and then I'm going to bring my pen up, just come upwards like this, up to that pack there. Okay, now I'm going to draw the legs in. So it's got a midpoint of his leg area is about there. The first one goes behind his jacket like that, and then comes down sort of to about here. There's a little shield on his leg, like a bit of armor for a knee pad. So this sort of comes down, sort of curves out here, comes down, bring it back in here, down again, and then just do a little V. While we're there, we'll just fill in just around that, just draw some little lineage like that. And then on this side, I'm going to come down sort of this way, just bring it down here, curve it out at this point here. And then I've got the armor as well. So I'm going to come up here, around and down like that, come down this way, in, nice little line, and then join it up. And again, he's got this sort of chunky bit coming along, so just gonna do a couple little steps up and up like that. That's cool. This part behind the knee here is sort of like a little clip, so I'm just gonna color that in black. I might as well do that bit there too. It's a little bit of padding on the leg here, so just a couple of little V's that go up like that. And then his jacket goes behind the leg here, so it comes around the back here, and I'll just do another little linking line because that's the gold color. Couple of bits of armored boots now. So the calf is here, bring your pen down, scoot out the end, back around and up. Little link in the middle there. On this side, come out this way first, got the calf, scoot down there, it's almost like a bit of armor over the boot, bring it out, up like that. And then we can just draw a little line on for that one. Let's get those legs sorted out here. So this one here comes out over this way. So I'm just gonna bring my pen out around here, edge of the foot's there, around, across and up. Just fill in, there's a little gold bit around it. And then we can just put a couple of little lines in for the armor and then the midsection there. On this side, it will come out this way. So it's got a heel here, just underneath there, round out for the toe around here, and up that way there. And then I'm just gonna draw around that for the nice gold sole. And then let's just pop 3 lines in there and we can just draw along that way there. Okay, just gonna come up around here, just gonna link that point up there and link this point up here, and then I'm happy to do the arms. So first arm, we're going to come down, we're just going to draw the outer part coming down here, and probably from about here we're going to bring it down all the way to about this point. There's a line in the middle, just going to link like that, and then there's a bit of armor on this side, so I'll go from about there, scoot it up, bring it out, curve it around and back in, up and join it. And that has a little step in there. Just link that point there, and then we've got the hands coming down. So what I can do is just come out this way. I think I'm gonna come down here, up, come around here. We've got a finger there, up, and then we can just sort of draw the rest of the knuckles in, bring it up, and then we've got a nice little hint of the fingers behind there. So you just got to draw few little lines in there, just round out that thumb a little bit as well. Thinking here, got some chunkier knuckle parts as well, so that's cool. And then on this side, I'm gonna just draw the shoulder, sort of pops out first of all and down. It's a little band, I think, that goes around this way here, so pop that in. Let's just colour that as we go. Then he's got armour again on the arm, so I'm gonna come down this way and inside, bring it in there, just a bit on the outer there, and I'm gonna pop it up, come right out where the armor goes, pop it out the side there, in, back up like that, and join it together. Again, there's a little lip there, so we can just draw a little line. And then while we're there, we can just pop the hands in. So I've got a thumb around here, and again, I can just come around, sort of grip, comes around here, let's pop in a couple of little knuckle areas and just line it up. And then we could just again draw a couple of little fingers in there. There we go. Okay. All right, what I will do while I'm here now is I'm just going to go around the outer of my character. So we'll just make more of the chunky outer. Just get a chunky pen and just going to draw around that outer and just give him a bit of emphasis on impact for that outer body. You come around that point, jam that up there, go around here. Just because he's really detailed, it's really nice to just go around the edges sometimes, make more of the character. That point there could go up this way. Just go around those outer points a little bit, go around that. There we go, just gives him a nice little bit of a pop. Maybe that inner there, and maybe this point inside as well. There we go. Okay, now I've done that bit, what I will do is I'm just gonna draw a little bit more extra detail. So a couple of lines up here for the hood. This sort of cascades around the edge. That comes round, sort of around this way here. Then he's got just a little bit of marking there. This sort of comes down, it's all kind of golden up here. There's a few little rivets I see on his jacket, so I'm gonna just pop a couple of little circles along the character, and then these are kind of lined up, it's almost like knight's armor. So these can come along this way here. There's another one up there, down there as well. Just another little line in the middle there. And this point here, what I'll do is just draw in a couple of little diagonal lines, just give it a little bit of cool looking detail. There's another little bit that comes sort of down here, along and down. You know, you don't need to do all of these things, just a little bit of that just makes it pop. I think that's pretty cool. Bring that along here. Maybe there's a secondary line along here and along there. And then there's just a bit I'm gonna just draw in, it's almost like a couple of little diamond points in the middle of these golden gloves. I think that's cool. Oh yeah, and just over here, a nice little curve along like that. Okay, that's cool. What I will do now maybe is just add a little bit more ink where I see fit. So I think just under here is quite a cool place just to add a little bit more inking to the character. Same along here as well, actually. Let's just make that bit along like that. And then just got a few of these little rivet bits going along here as well. So I'm just going to draw some of these little rivet points, really cool. I like these. Coming down this way. And then I'm just going to join those along. Just a few little lines. Now I've got those in, what I think I'll do is just along the back here, that piece of the jacket behind that can be filled in like that. Maybe these points on the boots like there, like a little line of it here. These points as well, they've got these little cool little black bits in, so let's just pop those in. And then we've got a couple more little bits of detail on the knee pad, so I'll just sort of draw in a couple little lines in there to signify that. Right, okay, what I might just do is just get myself a light grey, just fill in some of those lighter areas of grey. So got a nice little cool grey. I'm just gonna pop in a bit of this kind of colour like that, maybe just along the mask area or along this side. I'm gonna leave a little bit on the edge here where it could be sort of bouncing off the light. Got a nice amount of sort of grey just bouncing on the edge around here. So I'm gonna just continue that again, leaving a little bit of light white as the light is bouncing off it there, just along here. And then sort of these bits as well, we can just sort of just give a hint of the nice bits of grey on the character, maybe on this side as well. that's pretty cool. Maybe just on this edge here, coming up around this way. Maybe just as we look at this, sort of this part can be a lighter grey as well. And then maybe just as we go into here, maybe just a little chip of it there. And then I'll just get myself a darker grey. And what I'll do is just block in some of the darker colour, so just a little bit in here, maybe in the face area around this way, sort of in there. That's looking good. And then we've got some nice blocked in content around here. Okay, and then what I will do next, just continue some of this darker grey going around the character, around there, coming into here, and then just block these pieces in here. Oh yeah, these packs. Coming up this way here. And up this way too, so just into that area there, and then just block along. Here we go, just along that way there. And the hand, we can just add a little bit in. Okay, that's quite nice. Okay, next up what I will do, just get myself a bit of a yellow for the gold, and I'm just sort of gonna block in a nice vibrant yellow, just block in some of these areas, just give them that nice pop. Just all down these areas here. Oh, I've missed out that bit on the, just grey up the pad there. There we are, cool. Oh, yeah, maybe just down there as well, actually. Yeah, just as we go down here. Cool. And then we'll just block in these nice diamond bits. Leave a little bit of light chip on these pads, I think. It's nice just to leave a little bit around there. Blocking around this way. And around here as well, so you can see the middle part. Just let it bounce off the edge on that side. And then around here, just pop it in there. Leave a little bit in the midsection, I think. Make it look like the light's bouncing off it. Just blocking that in. Leave a little bit of light there. On the back, let's go along here in the back, and then just block those eyes in. Nice, okay. And then just to add a little bit more, just gonna get myself a bit of an orange color. I'm just gonna sort of try and get that gold looking part of the character just by highlighting a few of these areas, or blocking them in. Got like a nice orangey tone, so it gives it a nice sort of golden look, just around some of the edges and things. Come down here, I can block in just around here. Just a nice little sort of hit of that colour. The whole of the back as it's darker. There we go, we're just using 2 greys, yellow and a bit of an orange. And as you can see, that just gives it that little bit of a pop, just all around him. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. And there we go, that is Blitz Knight from Fortnite. Hope you like the skin, hope you like the bit of colouring I've done. Let me know what you think in the comments, let me know who I can draw next, and I'll see you again soon. All right, bye for now.